Hello students, good morning to all. So today we'll continue our discussion lesson 3 Microsoft Access 2010, and today we'll study about the different data types and how we add the records in a table and how we delete the records from a table. So let me open the Microsoft Access to show you something. This is the Microsoft Access 2010. Now already I have a student access database. I have already student details also. So let me open this student details. Enable the content. Now student information table is there. Now that is open. Now see, I have made a student information table having admission number one column, second column roll number, third first name, father's name, address, age, phone number, date of birth, joining date, and all these things are there. Now, if you want to add a record in this table, so let me open this table in the design view, and there in the design view I will show you different types of data types. Now see, here the admission number is the number data type. These are the data types. Data types are used to declare. For what purpose we are declaring the data type? So data types are used to declare the fields of a table. That which type of value my field is going to hold. Here the admission number field holds the number data type. Only the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 natural numbers. And the data type also determines the type of data a specific field can accept. So if you will provide the value other than the declared data type, so it will not accept. Once the data type is defined, we cannot enter a different type of data in it. If we try to do so, if you try to enter the different data type, an error message will be displayed. So next is the C. First name is the text data type. So text is used to store the text or combination of text and numbers that does not require calculations, such as address, phone numbers, and the maximum size of the text data type is 255 characters. Next is a memo data type. It stores the text and numbers up to 65,536 characters. Here not declared in data type memo, so we can declare the data type memo also. So here suppose if you add any field, I'm going to add here remark. So remark, okay, and the data type for the remark, let I'm going to select the memo. Here this is the memo data type, number, date and time, currency, auto number, yes or no, value, object, hyperlink. So this is the memo data type, and this memo data type is used to store the text and numbers up to 65,536 characters, and it is used for the descriptive fields such as notes, comments, and descriptions we write in the memo data type. Okay, now this is the memo. Next, the date or time. So here you can see the date or time, date of birth. So date of birth, date of time. So stores the date type of information like date of birth, date of joining, date of leaving, and the maximum size used by this data type is 8 byte. Next is the auto number. So auto number, suppose the rule number you can set the auto number. So it will start from 1. So auto number creates a sequential number when a new record is added. So the value in the auto number field cannot be changed. It stores data 4 bytes. Size of the auto number is 4 byte, and the value of the auto number data type you cannot change it. It will Access software will fill it automatically. Next, the S or no data type. So it is used at places where the field can have only one possible value. It can have either the true or false, yes or no, or on or off. Example, student can either be male or female. There we use the S or no data type. OLE. OLE stands for the object linking and embedding. This is also one type of data type. You can see here OLE, OLE object. So it is used to embed an object created in another application such as Microsoft Word or document, Excel spreadsheet or PowerPoint presentation into the Access table. If you want to embed here any spreadsheet, any document, so with the help of the OLE object you can do that. Next is the lookup wizard. A lookup wizard helps us to create a field whose values are chosen from the values in another table, query or list of values. That is the lookup wizard. That is the last one. So next is the attachment. Attachment data type. So this is the attachment. In the attachment data type, it allows you to attach the images, spreadsheet files, documents, charts, and other types of the supported files to the records in your database. Next is the calculated data type. This data type is used when a user creates table fields that calculate values. The calculations can include values from fields in the same table as well as from built-in access functions. This data type used mostly in the case of queries, forms, and tables. Next is the last is the rich text. So rich text is the text or combination of text and numbers. It can be formatted using color and font controls. So the rich text data type can be formatted using the color and font controls. With the help of that, you can do that. So next is the view of the table. Views of the table, design view. In the design view of the table, we can enter the field names, their data types, and descriptions as you are showing here. That I have opened the table, student information in the design view. Now here I have added the one extra field, that is the remark. So to enter the design view is divided into two parts. This design view has two parts. That is the field grid pan. This is the field grid pan and the field properties pan. This is the field grid pan. This is the field properties pan. So in this pan you can define the field names. In this field grid pan you can define the field names in this column, and data type and description we can also write. Field properties pan, this section is used to set the properties of the field defined in the table. Now suppose here if I want to make any field required, so roll number is required. Okay, so select this roll number. Now go in the field size, long integer, format, decimal mark here, caption, validation text rule you can specify required is no. You can set it yes. So here in the required you will set it what? Yes. So without entering any value to this you cannot move to the next record. Okay, text alignment is general, that also you can change it where you want to place the text. See the options for the text alignment, you will find the left, right, center. So general is there if you want to place it in the center or right, so click on the right. If I want to align the text in the right. Okay, so here the validation text and rules are there, you can set any some rules for that. Any expressions you can write, expression builder is there. Next, to enter the next is data sheet view. To enter the records, to enter the information in the table, we open the data. We open the table in the data sheet view. In the data sheet view, see here. Now see, this is the data sheet view. My table is open in the data sheet view. Now I can enter the record here by clicking on this, and I will write the roll number 105. So pressing the tab key, move to the next column. Any roll number you can assign, and here since the roll number I have set the automatic data type, so I will move to the next, or you can pass some value. So I have written 5. First name you can write Ravi. This is the second time Ravi. So you write it Rajesh. Now the address you can write Delhi. Now father's name you can write Vivek. Now the age you can write 23, and any number you can write 96985634. Okay, Date of birth, you can write anything. From here we can select the date of birth. Suppose this selected like this. Okay, now like this we can add the new records in the table. So switching between views. So Microsoft Access allows you to switch from one view to another view by following either two options. Click on the view option in the views group here. So from the datasheet view I can move to the design view, and again by clicking on the datasheet view, or in the views group on the home tab also you find. Click on the design view or the datasheet view buttons at the right corner of the status bar. There also you find the right corner of the status bar. Here you can see there is the different view: pivot table view, this is datasheet view, and this is the pivot chart view, and this is the design view. See, from there also we can switch from datasheet view to the design view. So this is all for the today's students. In the next class we will continue our discussion on the Microsoft Access 2010. So thank you for your kind attention.